The USI system logging program was designed so that the user could actually save logs from system devices such as the master control and the SC4 and capture those logs and then analyze what's inside of them to troubleshoot and see what might be going on with a system with any type of an issue that you might be having. Some examples might be one of the most common issues would be something possibly to do with the serial port, like automation, mostly with master control, to troubleshoot and find out if the serial port is indeed accepting and performing the serial commands and the protocol that it's supposed to be doing. And that's what this application will help us with. Now, the very first thing you'll do is install this on your computer. Now, this application is actually found on your system CD. And the first thing that I'm going to show you is over here on my C drive. You'll notice that down here I have my USI folder, but there is no USI Syslogs folder yet. So that's what I'm going to show you here first is how to install that application on your computer so that it shows up in the correct location. So the first thing we're going to do is navigate to your system install CD. The one that I have that's most current right now is version 3.48. That's the version of the system installation CD. So when you open that, when you go into the install 2020 folder, when you slide down through the different folders here, you're going to see one called Release Syslog. Okay, so double click on that, and then inside of that folder you will find a setup.bat file. Double click that, and it will literally, I mean, it's done. That's how fast it goes. So on your keyboard, hit any key to continue. It's complete. Now if you come back over here and you take a look at your C drive, okay, you'll notice there's a new folder right here called USI Syslogs. And that is literally the installation of this. And I'm going to tell you really quickly here also how to launch it. And then in the next discussion, we'll talk about what you're going to be seeing while it's running so that you'll know for sure if you have your different devices online. So if you double click USI logs, what you're going to see in here are all 7 days of the week. You will see a folder that's called the Log Analyzer. Now yours might be a newer version than what you're seeing here. Most likely not, as this is pretty well a completed project. But inside of the Log Analyzer folder, you will see an application called Log Analyzer. You don't see any of these pieces of information then in your system here, then something's not right. You probably don't have the current version of the system logging, so you'll need to get back with us at Utah Scientific to get that to you. You should also have a folder called Working Logs. We'll discuss this in a later discussion. A complete guide on how to use what I just explained and every single step-by-step that we're going to walk through in these next coming videos on how to use this. So this is actually really good. If you'd rather not listen to these videos and go directly to the guide, this is where it's right here inside this USI logs folder. Okay, and these other batch files and executables are related to the system, and you won't be needing to run any of these top 4 items or 3 items. This one down here called Syslog, this is how you'll actually launch the application. So when you double click this, you will see a DOS window appear, and then you should see a counter taking off over here. Okay, and it's just calculating all of the information that's being dumped into the log, and it puts all of those bytes inside there in a text file. And I'll explain all of that in the next discussion. So for now, that's how you would get there. That's how you would launch this, and that's as far as that you need to go at this point until you make sure that all of your different devices are logging correctly. And we'll discuss that in the very next discussion.